Yeah, I know. I don't need you to show me the number. There now. If anyone is, I think one person just joined. I am cleaning the iron first, actually, because I don't want to get my flags messed up. Oop, and I'm leaking water all over the ironing board. So that's a cool move on my part. Yeah, I don't have audio of anyone in the chat, nor would you probably want me to. But if you guys are active in the chat, I will answer, of course. Oh, I would love to know if you can hear me. Whoever you are. If you are, I don't know if it's counting me as the one or someone else, but if you can hear me and you are that other person, let me know. There'll be a bonus prize in it for you. Okay. Anyway, I'm just gonna iron flags, which I was gonna do anyway, but maybe with y'all if you join. Okay, cool. I think we're in business. It's clean. It's on the right setting. If anyone wants ironing tips, I'm not exactly an expert, but I've done this with flags enough times to kind of know how it works. I'm actually going to try and I know this looks stupid, but try and turn this all the way on hot and get that residual water off the board. Mixed results. Oh, what's up, Bob? Buck Brothers Central. How's it going on this lovely day? It's a bit windy to be ironing outside if you can't tell, but it's more fun. Straightened out though. There we go. All right, cool. Also, there is like a bit of a delay, I think, as with anything on this chat. Probably more than normal because I am recording this on Riverside, which is where I record the podcast. Oh, nice. Yeah, yeah. Shit, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, this is Riverside where I record the podcast, and so it's going through like an extra layer of Riverside to YouTube to you. But anyway, so you've been reaching out to the many flag stores across the US. Any specific reason or certain thing you're trying to track down or anything? Lord, I'm gonna have to come up with a better system for this. Actually, what I've done in the past, this sounds crazy, but I've kind of like hooked it on my belt loop on my belt. I know this is great, great watching. Anyway, there's a tip, run your cord there, then you're not tripping over it. It's not nothing. Also, yeah, Buck Brothers Central. Do you follow the show on YouTube or sorry, well, yeah, YouTube, Instagram. Always curious to know where people watch and listen and how they find out about us. so I can know what's working and what's not, and then probably just not do anything with that information. But yeah, let me know, Buck Bros. I feel like I've seen your icon before. Oh, hey, this is me, by the way. Or your profile picture, rather. This one's not ironing as well as I might have done a little too much when I was folding and refolding and stuff. Okay, the semi-quincentennial for this yearly. Semi-quincentennial. Yeah, I guess half of 500. Never would have thought of that. I've got some good feedback, and no, this is not made with political intent. Yeah, just done with patriotism of my heart. Yeah, YouTube and Instagram. Cool. So yeah, do you actually okay, well yeah, if you said YouTube, then you probably do listen to or well, watch the show in that case, I guess. I never know how many people kind of just follow the account on Instagram but don't listen to the show, or vice versa. Again, not that it really matters, but anyway. All right. Almost got Taiwan done. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And if you do follow on Instagram, I don't know if you play the game Fresh Flags or not, where I keep all the flags folded up, and then you have to guess what it is based on what's admittedly not very much information. Might have seen your flag. Oh, this is all ringing a lot of bells with Buck Brothers. Would you wish to have the flag too? Yeah. I mean, what's it look like? What's the flag? I guess I don't know if you can. I don't guess you can put pictures in the chat, but give it to me in Vex terms. You know, a red field defaced with whatever. But yeah, I'm sure I've seen it. This is all ringing many bells. I just don't know exactly. All right. Well, yeah. Looks better on camera than it does IRL here, but it's not bad. Right? Yeah. I could iron out that one there. Let me get that. While I probably create more creases that it didn't have in the first place. Yeah, weird. This one didn't iron out as well as most. Usually my favorite ones to iron out, and not just because I'm a company man, or flags for good ones, just because they're, I don't know, something about the material, and you can turn the iron like up a bit and not worry about it getting damaged. I'm gonna call that good. Now the question is, where do I put them momentarily? 2 stars, blue, orange, white. 2 stars, blue, orange. Yeah. I'm thinking of Tierra del Fuego, which I know doesn't have 2 stars. So here's the downside of having the cord there, is I got little to no movement. So I'm gonna hang this. Yeah, now we're back. Yeah, 2 stars, blue, orange, and white. Is this your account like well, maybe it's the same as it's Buck Brothers official or something? Screw it, we got time. Let's just look that up. Would I see it on Instagram? 5-pointed star, bold 5 points. What was that? Let's see. Buck Bros official. Yep. Okay, yeah. I remember this. And it's got like a Antiquarian flags. Cool. Yeah, what's the symbolism on it? I'm sure you probably have it on your Instagram here, but it'd be fun to do in the chat if it doesn't take too long. I can see the I don't even know what you would call that that shape. But I do like the orange. Yeah, I like anything orange and blue. I'm usually a big fan of. My wife and I, a lot of our house, like the accents on the outside, like the shutters or whatever, are blue, and we're trying to find a color to paint the door. And I think we've settled on kind of the color scheme that you've got here, that like darker orange. Ooh, okay, you've got a video of it flying. That is very cool. Yeah, I'd love one. Yeah, I'd be honored. Let me know the easiest way to pay you for shipping and all that good stuff. But yeah, totally. I'm into that. All right. Sorry if you have to hear me like drinking. I'll try not to chew or anything. All right, we got another Flags for Good flag here. I think actually all the ones I'm going to be ironing today are, but I do like when Flags for Good puts the what it is there. It definitely helps. That's actually kind of how Fresh Flags started. Was I got some flags for like Christmas or a birthday or whatever, and I could not tell what they were. Having just you can send me a vector. You feel free to send anything that you can't send here, just send to Instagram and I'll see it there. But yeah. So, and I didn't know what those flags were right off the bat. So I was like, because like a lot of my followers, I probably asked for like 20 flags, not more. And I got 10 of them. So I was like, all right, which 10? Yeah, Lord, if I got 10, then I probably asked for 50. All right. So next one here, Flag of Appalachia. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not crazy about this one, despite living in and being raised in Appalachia. It's kind of okay for me. I like what they tried to do with it. I think they're just sorry, I got distracted by the chat. I'll answer you in a sec. But yeah, I think they're trying to do too much, or there's just too much going on. I could use like a little bit of simplification, I think, in that regard. But Flags for Good has been selling flags from you, Eric, Hart, First Light, and Terrace. Wait, Terrace? I didn't know they'd been selling Terrace. Terrace, like the one with the eyeball in the middle, like and all that. I have one of those downstairs. Actually, I should. Oh no, I've already ironed it. I know they sell my flag and First Light, and I think I need to get back to Terrace, but the Great American Reflag just wrapped up, and Michael at Flags for Good is going to do. I think he's going to. I don't know if he's fully selling the top three. I know he's like making them for the winners, so the winners have a physical copy. But I think he wants to straight up sell the New York design, which I have mixed feelings on. I don't know if you've seen it, but let's get a little more steam going here. That's part of my problem right there. Need to have that steam going. That helps. But on this iron, if you have it too high, then it's not good either. Anyway, flags in focus. Yeah. He's gonna make copies of those for the winners. And then I told him if you didn't mind making one for me too, I'll pay for it. And yeah, he's selling the New York one, or he's gonna start doing it. Which I don't know if you saw the Great American Reflag final results and everything. I think the New York one got third, and it's basically the flag of the Netherlands back when it was orange, white, blue, with 5 X's in the middle. Oh, nice. With 5 X's in the middle for each of the 5 boroughs, which makes sense. It was New Amsterdam. It's playing off of that kind of. But for some reason, they have the blue on top and orange on bottom. And that has never been the Dutch style. So I don't know why they did that. I would think if you're trying to really pay tribute, you would at least get the color order right. And the other issue is I feel like that one I've seen 100 times. Like I've seen that exact like, oh, okay, New York's flag should be basically the Dutch flag with five X's for the boroughs. So I don't know. I have a hard time even calling that an original design to the guy. I mean, like, I don't know this person or have anything invested in this, but I was like, I don't know. It seems kind of unfair to basically more or less take someone else's design and picture. Michael liked it a lot, so. Anyway, all right, back to the chat. Yeah, I don't know Terrace, but flags and focus, I may or may not know. Trying to understand what you mean. You may or may not know, or I may or may not know. I know flags and focus. I know Terith. I've met him in person, actually, in Oslo, Norway. So neither of our home turfs, but obviously closer to him. But yeah, I didn't think Michael was selling the flags and focus. Ooh, there's Steam. Flags and focus flag, but maybe he is. And then, okay, iron out like one more of these bits here. Yeah, the in-ground flagpole model for your studio. What kind of studio? Like, kind of like my studio where it's like audio, like AV setup, or well, I guess yeah, that's most studios. It's a dumb question. In-ground flagpole model for your studio. I don't know how to do an in-ground. Which one should I do next? I'm gonna do. Oh yeah, I got the what is it? The laser loon? Yeah, the laser loon from Flags for Good. Which that one's fun. It's the easier to show you this really since it's so big, but yeah, the that laser loon one, if it would focus better. Bedroom and work studio. Oh, okay, yeah, that's exactly the situation I'm rocking, pretty much. Well, cool. That's awesome. Yeah, would love to see what that looks like. The in-ground flagpole model. Oh, model of your flag. Okay, yeah, I get it. But yeah, send info to my Insta. Would be very cool. Got as far as like kind of similar vein to that. I've got Tereth's, of course, for flags and focus. I've got Alan Hardy from the Facebook group that does all the polls and everything sent me one of theirs, and he was like, "There's only 5 or 6 of these in existence or something." So yeah, it's like feel honored. It's like I do. Thanks. I see someone else has joined. Very cool. Hello, whoever you may be. I am just ironing some flags and responding to the chat. Got Buck Bros in here that I know from Instagram. Stand flagpole, Washington, 20-foot flagpole telescope. So, oh, okay. And you've got that in your studio. Oh, yeah, 7.5 feet. Cool. Very cool. For the person who just joined, well, actually, you don't need me to tell you which flag this is. It's so obvious, right? Laser Loon, baby, from Flags for Good. And yeah, I don't know how. I've had this one for like months. I actually went up to Michael's wedding and I think got it there. Not, I didn't like raid the Flags for Good store during the wedding, as fun as that would have been. The wedding was more fun, but they had like a brief kind of family friends thing the next day at the store itself, and I was like, I'm gonna just go around and grab stuff. You cool with that? Pretty much any flag kid's dream. Not to brag. But yeah, I am very happy to have him as a sponsor and Michael as a friend, not just for flag stuff. It's a cool dude. If you ever get a chance to meet him. Oh, and you will get a chance to meet him. This year's NAVA meeting is in Indianapolis, and he's kind of put it all together. Um, I think it's like first, second weekend of October, maybe somewhere in there. But if you've never been to a NAVA meeting, I highly recommend it, especially if you're a young person. But regardless, we need more young folks at the meetings, especially for me, because like I do well, this doesn't really matter your age, but I do a flag game to kind of like close everything out at the very end of each NAVA. And first off, Laserland, pretty dope. I think you can see most of what you need there. But I run the game night that like wraps everything up, which one, huge honor, dude. Thank you. I get some I get to like wrap up NAVA meetings. It is a little unofficial and they do the ceremonial stuff ahead of that. But yeah, it's of course like as you'd probably expect, it's more like the young people that participate in that. All right, what are we doing next, chat? I've got 19th Amendment, so women's suffrage. I've got Liechtenstein. I've got Maine 1901. God, this looks a lot like an ad. Just laying them out. I've got Texas, and I've got the Cleveland People's flag. So, if you guys have any thoughts on that, let me know in the chat while I kind of the packaging stuff off of them. But yeah, okay. The truck, cleat, and finial. Truck. I don't know what a truck or a cleat is, to be honest, in this case. I know what the finial is. They've been upgraded. All that's left is a new solar light. Okay, I do love those. I'll also use that pole like a little night light post. Oh yeah, just change the batteries and make it. That makes sense. I noticed this definitely looks like an ad now that I've got the shirt on and everything. Also, hey, here's my face. All right. 16 new chat. Oh, okay. It's just because I haven't clicked it. What do you mean show on stream? Oh, show the chat on the stream. What's 10 seconds? Looks like a delay. What's going on here? Oh, can I turn off the delay? Did I have it turned on as 10 seconds? Whatever. Who cares? All right. If you all don't have a preference on these flags, I think I may go with the Cleveland People's flag because I've been kind of anxious to get that one flying. Let's see. I really like it. If you haven't seen it, you're about to. Let's see. This one. This is just like my own game of fresh flags. Like, all right, which one of those is the Cleveland People's flag? If it wasn't for this, I have no idea. Okay. All right. Truck is the item that secures the pulley mechanism with the halyard. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Don't usually deal with flagpoles on that scale myself. All right. Ooh, yeah, she promises to be a beaut. It's called a truck because it looks like a pickup. Yeah. I guess I never thought of it that way, but now I can't unsee it. Yeah. Makes sense. All right, this might be the last one I can do today. Might get one more in. We'll see about time. Got to get to my improv workshop at 6. So I have to leave at 5. The cleat is the tie down for the halyard / rope. Okay. Also makes sense. Yeah, I think the only time I've dealt with a flagpole that size was, I don't know if y'all heard the episode with Tariff, the most recent one from Flags in Focus, but Chattanooga, where I live, has a terrible flag to the point where I've only ever seen it this one place, and it was in bad shape. And it's this like weird, like, I don't know. I guess it's going to be commercial space, but it's out in the middle of nowhere. So I don't know why it would be commercial. It looks like, God, I don't even know how to explain this giant weird building, but it's got a Chattanooga flag outside of it, along with the U.S. and Tennessee ones. And the Chattanooga flag was like in trouble one day. It was like, I don't know, the wind had kind of torn it up. I think like it was only hanging on by like one side instead of two. And so I actually drove up and it's like there's nobody ever there. And I was not disrespecting it either. So, but I drove up and I like took it down and kind of fixed it. I will admit, partly selfish because I wanted to get a couple pictures of it. Um, so yeah, did that, kind of fixed it a little and put it back up. That's probably the last time I dealt with flagpole on that scale. Oh yeah. I don't know if it comes across really well. The blue actually looks weird. The red looks like it's coming across well in the camera, but yeah, I definitely dig this one. It's interesting too that, well, yeah, it's another good one that can be hung vertically and still and look really good. All right, what time we got? 4:24. Yeah, I can do one more flag. You guys have a choice from those ones I listed before, or just down there. Let's see. Might do how many of them on here? Okay. I'm getting May 1901 on here, so I'm gonna do that. So it reminds me of the time I saved a flagpole for a baseball field. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, there are dozens of us out there that will do this stuff for flags. Very cool though. Hey, missed by that. What's oh, it's in pieces, but I can put them back. Yeah. Yeah, well, you know, you gotta transport it somehow. Makes sense. All right, May 1901. This actually, not this specific one, but the May 1901. There's only 15 feet of it left. Well, yeah, it's longer than my flagpoles in it. Of course, mine are a little different, but anyway, I think one of the first flags I ever got from, so you're leaking a little bit. I ever got from Flags for Good was a May 1901 flag that Michael sent me that I didn't order. He just wanted me to have, I guess. But it was a double sided, which is really nice if you're wanting to hang it somewhere. But I don't really have anywhere to hang it from. I just, you know, I fly my flags like a normal goddamn red-blooded American. But yeah, so it was so heavy on the flagpole that I never really got to fly it and see it wave in the wind. So I guess this is kind of fitting. Finally gonna get to actually fly one. And I do actually, I've got Alan Hardy's version of the, or whichever one won his like Facebook group, you know, whole thing with the more realistic tree. I don't think it's exactly the same as the original one from 1901, but it's like pretty damn close. It has the roots, which I think is like, that's one of the things I don't love about this one is that I think part of what made the main 1901 flag so good was the symbolism, obviously. Why is this stuck? Okay. Um, but like the roots are a huge part of that because, you know, for obvious reasons. I don't need to explain to you how trees and families and shit work. But yeah, so this one just kind of like cutting it off, I think cuts off a lot of the symbolism that they could have. He said, as a graphic designer, I've been trying to find a way to put flags to work. Hey, you know, I'm not a graphic designer, but you and me both on the second part. As a person with ADHD and like very specific interests, we'll say, yeah, me too. Yeah, these freelit flags, they definitely need to be put to work. Just sitting there folded up all day. No, sounds nice actually. Oh Lord, it's 4:28. Yes, I'm gonna do it. Enjoy this. I know there's only a couple of y'all in here. Only Buck Bros is talking, which is totally fine, by the way. I usually get into what you can. I am kind of excited to in this series, though. I need to start like announcing it a little better. I did briefly announce this on Instagram, um, like as a story. Let's do the 19th of November. But yeah, I'm gonna start like kind of scheduling these out or whatever. Oh, Tareth Peacock. Wait, you're the other person in here? What are you? We'll scroll up through the chat then, because you've been mentioned a couple times. What's up, Tareth? Buck Bros Official is also in here, who you probably know from Instagram as well. When you say I can make a custom Flags for Good Antlarian flag logo for you and see what they think. You mean like flag logo like one of these, but with the flag? Because that would be cool. And if you're a graphic designer, then you know how to do that, because I'm not shit as far as that goes. You know what? One thing that amazed me here, I'm just going to sit down here. One thing that amazed me when I was at NAVA 58, I guess, in St. Paul in Minneapolis, we went to the Mall of America, because you can't go to Minneapolis and not go there. I just realized how crooked my camera is. Whatever, who cares? But we went there and they have like these create your own minifigure like machines and everything. And so you get to pick what you put on it. Actually, oh man, I should go get mine, but I don't know if the Bluetooth will stretch that far. But and Michael just like took 5 seconds to draw the Flags for Good logo, just like did a couple lines and then like curved them exactly. And I was like, dude, how did you do that? Because mine is like, you know what? I'm going to go get it. I'll be right back. I know where it is. Okay. Hopefully you can still hear me. Anyway. Yeah. Oh, I do have him set up on this Lego microphone, which I thought was lovely. But yeah, there's mine. I know it's not going to focus exactly on it because it's trying to focus on me, but I thought I did a pretty good job with the logo. Come on, focus, just focus. Screw it. I thought I did a pretty good job, but that took me ages, and it's like noticeably off. Probably not from where you are, but I need to get him like holding a mic instead of the mic holding him, as it were. Anyway, all right. Enough of that. I'm gonna get back to ironing. Tareth, what did you iron earlier today? And also, like, I've heard a lot of people steam theirs, and I know that's yeah, I don't know if I guess I just don't have the well, one, I don't have a steamer. I know they're not much. I get one, but I don't know. There's something more therapeutic, I think, about ironing them is the way I would put it. And I think anyone who's done both can attest to that. The only times I've had to steam flags myself were, oh, Old Bosnia. Yeah, one sec. The only times I've had to steam them myself are at NAVA meetings, actually, because they bring like all the flags from the past meetings and everything to kind of like put in the hall or, outside the conference room. Yeah, I had that better before. Come on. And so, yeah, I steamed. They wouldn't let me steam the Salem one with the witch because that one's, a priceless artifact, but and because I was probably too gung-ho. An old Bosnia flag and old Libya plain green. Yeah, right on. That second one was cheaper, I hope. The old Bosnia flag, I've been seeing, like, I don't know, a lot of, it's just like cropped up a lot lately in the zeitgeist, at least like around me. I saw a van the other day that I tried to get a picture of, but uh, for work, I have to drive like the speed limit. I can go like four over, but the like my speed, etc., is like tracked and everything. So I have to be a good boy. And this van was a little too far, and I couldn't quite catch him. But yeah, it had just the like the shield with the fleur de lis and the slash or whatever. Um, oh yeah, old Syria, but not all are old. Yeah, that's for sure. But yeah, and then like on the side of it, and so that was like on the window, so it was just like white on window glass. But then on the side they had it like painted with the colors like the blue and the yellow and white, and it's even with like a B. I can't remember if there was an I, like a lowercase I, like there is sometimes for, I guess, and. Uh, but there was definitely a BH. And yeah, like when I went to, I think it was, I can't remember what rally it was. Is that the right way up? Yeah. So anyway, 19th Amendment, women voting and stuff, getting ideas. But yeah, like there was quite a few people there with the Bosnian flag. I saw on Reddit the other day somebody asking a question that I'd love to know the answer to, which is just basically why, like, what the Bosnian preference is for that one. The Bosnian folks, diaspora, I guess, if you will. Those Basque Country flags. Oh yeah. I saw that one on your Insta. I don't know if I think I saw it as I was going through stuff, so I don't know if I hearted it. Sorry. Oh no, it was like as I was posting to go live on here. Oh, good question in the chat. As I was posting to go live on here, I think yours like popped up as a push notification. And I was like, I don't have time for this right now. I barely know what I'm doing as it is. Let me check. 19 stars for the amendment number. I would imagine. Let's check. What, 18? No. Or is, oh, because it's the 18th Amendment, right? Did I just get that wrong? No, it's 19th Amendment. Okay. Well, it's here on the little thing, too. I probably just counted wrong. 6, 7, 8. I count 18 on each side. And I don't think I'm crazy. Well, I do think I'm crazy, but not for this reason. Yeah, I don't know why that would be. You would think for the obvious reason it would have 19. Yeah, Tareth, you can swear all you want. It's not going to change anything. You know what? Now I'm definitely not going to heart it. Oh, I also meant to message you today, Terrace, not to use this as a messaging board, but I meant to message you and ask when you wanted to do that short little collaboration with the reflag results and everything. Just message me. Yeah, I had a feeling. Like, yeah, why? I wonder why that would be, Buck Bros. Well, all of y'all, really. I have no idea. You don't need to add the G, but thanks, G. Yeah, Terrace, that's what you get. Yeah, Buck Bros was talking a little bit further up in the chat too about flags for good and your flag. I didn't know if you had any kind of agreement with Michael about that. But I know he's making the ones that won the reflag. Yes, yeah, absolutely, Terry. Also, yeah, sorry, I mentioned it to Buck Bros, but things are on a bit of a delay, especially given I'm recording this on Riverside, so it starts there, then goes to YouTube, then gets to you. I estimate it's like 10 seconds, but hey, Tareth, we're used to delays, right? It's only been this most recent time that there hasn't been one. I forget what the hell it was. Oh well. You know what? I said like 4 flags ago that I was done, but I've only got one after this one, and I'm gonna do it. Also, do y'all know what this one is? I think I made it pretty obvious earlier by starting at the end I did, but we could have our own like mini fresh flag here. It can pretty much be one of two. Well, kind of one of one after what you've seen. Yeah, Tareth, I have to like guess at what you're replying to, but I think I know what it is. Oh yes, the delays, etc. But yeah, if anyone wants to take a crack at what this one is, I guess this is like a well, this doesn't really help you much with fresh flags. It'll tell you which of the thousands of flags I'm not going to put up. Well, thousands in the world, only hundreds that I have. And yes, who was that? Tareth? Yeah. Yeah, Liechtenstein. I don't know why Flags for Good started selling Liechtenstein necessarily, but they did. So I got it. I would think they would sell Haiti soon. I've been doing some Haitian Creole on Duolingos for fun sometimes. It is so fun. It takes French and it makes it understandable. And I speak French, so I have a good baseline, there in that regard. But it's like it takes the spelling of French and makes it something you can actually understand. Yeah, it is an interesting blue. It looks a lot lighter to my eye than what you see normally. It also looks lighter than in real life than it does like on the insert or the wrapper thing. Yeah. All right, let's do one last one. Think y'all can guess what this one probably is. That's right, Chile. No. Really? One of your most popular? Oh, Tareth, actually, I meant to tell you, I got a really heartwarming, what am I doing? I got a really heartwarming message on Easter just the other day from a guy from high school that I haven't talked to in ages. But he lives up in Boston now and has a daughter, a 6-year-old daughter. And I'm paraphrasing, but basically what he said was like, hey, Andy, long time no see. My daughter, all she wanted for Easter was flags. And so he got her, I think it was like a bunting thing from the picture. And he was like, and I had never seen a lot of them, but she could name every single one. And so I told her about your show. So he was like, so I thought of you and I told her about your show and she's very excited to start listening and everything. And he was like, she's on the spectrum. So she's like really, she has like, special interests and she's really honing in on them and flags are for them. And I was like, yeah, fantastic, man. Like, just good to hear from you. And yeah, that's touching. But Tareth, where you come into this, in any case, is I did tell him I was like, one, some of my stuff does have explicit like swear words, etc. But I've done a good job at marking which ones are explicit. And I'm going more towards ones that aren't because I know like a lot of my is younger, etc. Anyway, all that to say, I told him, do pay attention to that. And also, mine is long form. If you like a shorter form thing that's like very educational, very fun to watch too, then you should check out Flags in Focus. I think he gave it a thumbs up or a heart. I don't know. I don't know if he's checked it out yet, but I was trying to look out for that too because yeah, you may get a couple new subscribers and because yeah, if she likes flags, she will love your channel. Mine is a little, well, it depends on the episode. Some of them are a little more academic, like these most recent ones with Annie. That's off, but some of them are just like I have my friend on to talk shit about Ohio or something. So, but those are the ones that are explicit. So probably not as good for her. Anyway, all right. So that's that done. I accidentally spilled a little water on it. Didn't mean to, but it's Texas. They're notoriously forgiving. Um, and then forgetful. So yeah. What's that expression? Forget the Alamo, something like that. All right, so there we go. That's Texas. That's all we got. So we did what? Texas 19th Amendment. We did Maine 1901, Liechtenstein, Cleveland People's Flag. Oh, and the upcoming fresh flag answer, the Republic of China or Taiwan. Which I don't know who in the chat plays that. I know Tarek does, but I had literally shown people the flag like 2 stories before. I showed a picture of my ironing board with Taiwan like right here on it while I like panned to show a different one. All right, cool. And then yeah, I've got no more flags, and I've got to head in about 17 minutes. I've got to go to my improv workshop where they teach me how to be funny. In theory, it's quite a big ask of them. So, home of Kronberg's flags and Austin flags and flagpoles. Yeah, makes sense. I would guess that's in Austin. Low key expletives. I don't even know what qualifies as a low key one. And yeah, I know is Remember the Alamo. That was my improv humor coming in. Oh wait, never mind. I thought maybe you were allowed to send media in here, but I guess not. All right, well, let me not duck down here. I can just take the camera even though it's on this weird stand. Thanks for joining in the chat. Thanks for joining. Thanks for being active in the chat, both Buck Bros Official and Tarith. I am, like I mentioned, going to start trying to do more of this format and call it oh, that was the low key swear word. Yeah, that's not even going to register then, honestly. Yeah, I'm going to start trying to do more of this format because I do really like it. I want to go live more, and ironing is something I'm going to be doing anyway. So, watch this space, as they say, and thanks for joining. I'll catch you all on the fly side as soon as I figure out how to turn this off. It's like somewhere here. Sadly,